And we're live. Good evening, everybody. It is Friday again. We have made it through another week of lockdown. I hope you're all well. I hope you've had a good week. We've had not a bad week, have we? It's been all right, hasn't it? Got your schoolwork done?
Yeah.
The exciting news is we're broadcasting and it's daylight out there. I wish you could see the view, and one day we'll turn the cameras around and we'll show you, because there's mountains out there and it's lovely. And actually, for the first time, we can see them. We can see the sheep, we can see the mountains. The mountains have got snow on them. It is lovely. So anyway, Friday night, treat night tea, isn't it? We like treat night tea, don't we? So we're gonna make some amazing burgers, and I'm gonna show you a few little tips on how to make burgers amazing, really easy. We're gonna do beef ones today, but we're also gonna make pud. So we're gonna make some little shortbread ice cream sandwiches on request of this one here. So, bowl poppy. Butter into the bowl. This is a simple sablé shortbread recipe, which is a French shortbread. Have you got it all? Do you need a spoon?
Got it.
Got it? All right, keep going. Sugar in. I'll hold your egg. All right. Use a spoon to get all the sugar through. If you have any questions as we're cooking, fire them over on Facebook and we will answer them as we're cooking. If you're cooking along live, grill. If not, you're just going to watch and maybe do it at the weekend. Great, no problem. Keep your spoon. Start squidging together. Yeah, so that camera there, Poppy's the one that can see it. Emily will give you the thumbs up if it's good. Move over here. There we go. You know how demanding she is. Towards Emily. There. Not that. There. Is that good? Right, so you want to kind of tilt it that way so you can see the butter and the sugar. The idea really is to cream the butter and the sugar together. Use the back of your spoon and push the butter against the sugar. And at the beginning it will be kind of sound quite scratchy. But the more you mix it, the more you beat it, the lighter it'll become. And you'll stop hearing the sort of scratching sound. What I need you to do, Pops, is get ready with the egg yolk. Because this is the difference between French shortbread and Scottish shortbread, is French has an egg yolk in it. Slightly richer. I prefer it this way. It's up to you. Okay, so if I turn that way, Emily, can you see that? So the way that I'm using the back of the spoon against the edge of the bowl, yeah? And I'm just sort of mixing. There we go. Right, Poppy, I need my egg yolk, please.
Yolks.
I am the yolk, please.
So, the yellow bit.
Yeah.
So
No yolk. I am not yolking. Right.
At least it's not any grape jokes.
Well, the grape jokes could come out later. The grater might be here. You never know. Can I have the yolk, please?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Right.
So yolk in. So the idea is beat the sugar and the butter together. Okay. And then add the egg yolk, incorporate that. You could add a little vanilla if you want to, or you can add some lemon zest. It's up to you. Pop it in. Right, give that a mix up. I'll get rid of that for now. Keep your egg white, pop it in a little bag, pop it in the freezer, and you can use it for meringues or egg white omelettes, whatever you fancy. Right, okay. We good? Here. Hey up, she's off. Where's she going? Right, keep mixing it. No, thumbs up, we're okay. Emily's happy. One day you'll meet Emily. Right, in with your butter. So we've got egg yolks, we've got butter, we've got sugar, in with the flour even. Thanks. Keep me right. So now is the time to fold it a bit more. Less beating, more folding. The minute you add flour, that you need to sort of slow down a little bit, because if you overmix it, you will develop the gluten. If you develop the gluten, your shortbread becomes a bit tough. The idea is to just kind of work it together. So Pops is just kind of mix it a little bit slowly, and then she's going to turn it out into the worktop, scrunch it all together, we're going to roll it out and cut them. All right?
You can have a go.
Yeah. I'm a bit faster, aren't I?
Yeah.
Okay, so have we got any questions, Emily?
No, but somebody called Millie who's ready for some brilliant burgers.
Some brilliant burgers? Yeah. Do you know what? I haven't had a burger for such a long time. We don't really eat them a lot in this house, but I'm so looking forward to one tonight. It's going to be great.
I like chicken burgers.
I know chicken burgers are your favourite, aren't they? But we're gonna do beef today, and I'm just going to show you a really good way of doing beef burgers. All right.
It looks like a crumb.
It does look like a crumble. The idea there, Emily, can you cut into that and show it, everybody? Yeah, can you see that sort of texture? It looks like crumble. Okay, and then what we're going to do is turn it out onto the worktop, and hopefully you should see it. Now start squashing it together, Pops, and really use the warmth of your hands to compress the dough together. So do it like that. Scrunch it together, yeah? Can you do it?
It's getting messy.
Do you want some warm hands? Like that?
Very warm hands.
You know what, you're like your mum, aren't you? Look. Are we seeing that, Emily, all right? Yeah? So, as you can see, the dough will just come together like that.
Like that?
Like so. Okay? So let's just bring all the bits together. This is a great dough just to have in the fridge, because what you can do is you can just roll it up, cut them into slices and bake them, and they'll keep in the fridge as a dough for weeks. It works really, really well. I like dark chocolate chips in mine. Don't I? No, not today. Just going to do them plain.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
You like chocolate chips in anything, don't you?
Yeah. Chips are good.
What about chocolate chips in your chicken?
No.
Have you ever heard of adding chocolate to chicken?
No.
Chicken mole. It's a Mexican dish. Right. So what we're going to do, we've got a cutter. All we're going to do, rather than roll it out really heavily, I'm just going to cut this into slices. And then Pops is going to use the cutter and cut some biscuits out.
Which side?
And the less you roll it, the nicer your shortbread would be. So you could just slice them and bake them like that. That's fine. So because we're not rolling it out at all, we'll get a lovely tender buttery shortbread.
Like that?
Yeah. So let's pop that on there. So if you cut all these out, you cut them, I will put them on the tray. I've got a non-stick baking tray here, so I don't need to line it. This is super non-stick. Okay, this is MasterClass baking tray, and they will just slide straight off, which is great when you're baking because you don't want to have to put parchment paper on and mess about.
It's forever to put parchment paper.
I know. Right, there we go.
That
Last
one isn't
few.
big enough.
Just reshape it like that, and now it is. No problem. Okay. She's gone. She's gone to, I think she's gone to check the audio. Are we all right, Emily? We're having a few technical issues. Are we okay? All right? You just want to particularly hear my clear tones because she doesn't hear it enough at work during the day. She likes to just make sure. Right, can you just clear all those away because we're going to start burgers in a minute. I'm going to bake these in the oven 160 degrees for about 12 minutes. All right? We do have some we made earlier because we're organised. Aren't we, Pops?
Yes.
Right, let's give that a quick wipe. And then we're going to have a look at our burgers because I'm excited. I've been waiting all week for this recipe. All week. Right. That'll do, Poppy. Put it to one side. Right. Okay, so beef. All burgers that are beef start with good beef. Now, I've got some minced beef. I haven't bought the lean minced beef because it's nice to have just a little bit of fat in there, okay? I also have a recipe where you can add a couple of sausages. You cut them out the skins and put those in if you like as well, which is really nice. But today, it's a classic. It's a basic one. It's a 500 grams of minced beef. Are we all right, Emily? Yeah? She runs around frantically behind those cameras and we never know whether it's good, bad or ugly. We just don't know. Right, so Pops, we've got 2 cloves of garlic. Can you grate them straight into there, please?
Grating?
Yeah, have a great time. This is a great recipe. Okay? Right, come on then. Great. I'm going to season with a bit of salt. Not too much, because we're going to season the outside of the burger as well. And then we're going to have some pepper in there. Beef and pepper work. They work well together. So once you've grated it, all you need to do is give it a tap like that, and it'll all come off the other side. You could chop your garlic if you want. But this fine grater just gives you a really sort of fine minced garlic flavour, so you get a very rounded garlic all the way through the burger. I've got my little secret in a minute. Right, let's get the grill on. So I've got a non-stick grill pan here with a flexible handle, so it stores away, takes up a little bit less space. Hang on to that because we're going to need that in a minute. Okay, right. Are we all right, Emily? Yeah, I'm just going to add a touch of olive oil now, just for a little richness. And then, are you going in here and mixing this? You want to go in there, don't you? Mix it. Off you go. My secret weapon. Emily, cut into this.
Yeah.
Can you see that? Do you know what it is, Emily?
Show it to camera crew so we can all see it underneath the pan. Yeah,
There.
I can see it.
Can you see what that is? It is an OXO cube. So, this is my seasoning bomb that's going to hit this with big flavour. Big, beefy flavour, which is what you want from a burger, in my opinion.
I've grown.
Hey?
I've grown.
You've grown, have you? Right, that'll do. Don't over mix it.
Can I wash
So,
my hands, please?
yes, go for it. First of all, we're going to do this in 2 stages, okay? Grate half your OXO cube. There we go. If you haven't got a grater like this, cut it in half and crumble it in. So that is going to be extra beefiness, all right? Which is good. Really good. And it's just going to kind of hit it with that extra bit of oomph that's going to make this burger really taste good. All right? We're not going in with loads of herbs and loads of everything this time. I have got lots of different things that I could, rosemary, thyme. You could dried mushrooms in this, all sorts of stuff. But I just want this to be a good beef burger. Right, Pops. Are you ready? Right, so I'm going to pop this onto here. And I'm just going to simply divide the burger into 4 portions. What are you waiting over there for?
Nothing. I was just pushing.
Right, will you grab the butter?
The butter.
The butter is there. I want you to cut me 4 little portions of butter. Little sort of nuggets. So butter makes things rich and lovely. And it's Friday, so we're allowed a treat, all right? We've worked hard. We've done our schoolwork this week. We've done our work. It's time for the weekend. A little bit of a treat. Okay, so 4 little pieces. Perfect. Actually, that'll probably do. Yeah. That'll probably do. So the idea is that we put a piece of butter on there. Okay? Now, have you any questions you might have for me? Tucked up your sleeve, Emily Gray.
Can we do this as a veggie burger?
Yes, the same methodology you can with a veggie burger. Now, veggie burgers are notoriously tricky to get right, but lots of people have lots of different recipes out there. And some people do, like sweet potato and black bean and kind of mash it all up and make a really nice texture. I found that if you use a little bit of sage and onion stuffing, like 100 grams as your base, and then you blitz up some black beans, a baked sweet potato, loads of seasoning and spices and herbs, you can kind of make a nice textured veggie burger, and then put the butter in the middle like we're going to do. And obviously if you don't want a beef OXO cube, you could grate a veggie OXO cube, they do them as well, into the centre as well. Then you get that real umami hit. Or you could add some miso paste or a little bit of Marmite. Right, so we're going to get a beefy hit now. We're going to grate on those on like that, Poppy. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, you do that. Any other questions, Emily?
I think we're looking forward to trying it.
All right, yeah, totally. If you're not cooking, just make this at the weekend when you've got more time. Okay, it is 5 o'clock at night, but we thought if we broadcast now, then you've got it there on your news feed and you can just go back to it over the weekend. But if you make it, send us some pictures because we love to see what other people are making from our recipes. It's brilliant. We've had loads this week. Right, so now we've got our burgers. So they've got a bit of lump of butter on the top and they've got some OXO cube. Now is the really cool bit. take the beef burger and scrunch it up so that the butter is in the middle, like Kiev, if you like. So scrunch it up like that. Hide the butter. So the idea is the butter bastes from the inside out. I know. Nice. Melted butter in the middle of your burger. What could be better? Right. So what you do, once you've got a meatball, you need to smack it. Like that. Yeah? And then squeeze the sides and shape it a bit. Imagine it's your brother. Whack! I know you're always fighting. Right. And then just mop up any of that beef there. So same again. So you could do this with minced chicken you can buy now, minced turkey, minced pork. You could do it with sausage meat, you could do it with lamb. And then you can add flavours, like if you wanted a really grown-up one, you could do minced lamb. You could do the butter in the middle with a bit of feta maybe, and some olive tapenade. And you could put some harissa paste inside there. You could serve it in a pita bread, squeeze a lemon. Oh my God, that'd be amazing. Why didn't I do that? Have you spanked it?
The butter came.
That's all right, get it back in. So just shape it like that. And then, it's quite satisfying, isn't it? Right, so there's our burgers. They have absorbed, they have got butter right in the middle. Okay, let's wash my hands and then we will season them up and get them on the grill pops.
I can't do that when it keeps coming back.
Turn it over, you'll be all right. So a little oil on there.
I'm just going to wash them.
All right. A little bit of oil. And then season. So we've got seasoning on the inside. Let's a quick twist on the outside. The salt will help them caramelise because they'll draw the moisture out. Will you bring a cloth once you've washed your hands? Yeah. So the grill is sat on a medium heat. It's on number 6 out of 9, okay? So it's nice and hot. I can feel the heat there. Are we all right in the grill pan, Emily?
Yeah.
Yeah? Have you second guessed me, have you? So, let's just cook 2 for now. Just lay them on the grill, use the back of your hand and just press it down. Okay, we'll leave those 2 there because we don't need to make them all right now. Okay, thank you very much. We're just going to clear down because we are going to start to prepare other things now. Pops, I've got a little task for you. Can you go to our pantry cupboard in the house and get the ketchup and the brown sauce, please? So the key is not to move these burgers. If you start fiddling around with them, you'll break the surface. You want to have the confidence to just leave them to sear on one side and really let them caramelise and then flip them over. Once you've got that first caramelisation, then we're ready to go. So don't be tempted to mess around with them. Perfect, thank you. And then the soy sauce out of that cupboard over there. I'm going to show you how to, just like off the cuff, make a really good barbecue sauce. It's not on the recipe, it's just something I thought I might add to it while we're cooking. But while these are cooking, let's prepare some good healthy stuff to go with it, yeah? So, it's in there somewhere. So, red onion, okay? I've peeled it. Now, the thinner you can slice this, the better. So a little tip for you. I've peeled this onion. We've done onion a lot. Okay, I'm just going to nick the bottom off there. So I've now got a flat edge. Pop that in the bin. And now it doesn't roll around, okay? So you've already got the advantage of the fact that it's not rolling around. And you can take your time to get this as thin as you possibly can. So, look. There we go. Yeah, if you would. So that I personally think the thinner these are, the nicer they are. If you cut them like that, all you're going to taste is onion, okay? Whereas if they're thinly sliced like this, you're going to get the sweet onion flavour with the tomato, with the burger, with everything, okay?
They're looking good.
They're looking good, are they? Great.
You need the tomato.
Yeah, you're going to do the tomato for me. Okay.
I'm just going to wipe it because it's got butter on.
All right, go and give it a clean and come back then. So, my tomato is super thin. My onions are super thin. Look at that. Can you see how thin they are, Emily?
Yeah.
Yeah? Bet you wish you could chop them that thin, don't you? Practice. If anyone can get the chance, it's you. So a little bit of salt on there, little bit of pepper. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my onions in there and I'm going to dress them. Now, a little splash of vinegar. Whatever vinegar you've got is okay. All right. Everyone's got a bit of vinegar in the cupboard. A little bit of olive oil in there, and we're going to make a really nice salad. But before we do that, let's flip these burgers. Are you ready?
With a...
Let's see if the tongs will do it.
How long does it take to cook?
I think they're going to take. It depends on the size. So we've done 500 grams of beef. We've divided them into 4, so we're at 125 gram burgers, and they're probably going to take 5 minutes on each side. If you have a thermometer, look at that. Can you see that, Emily? Yeah. Look, see, by not touching them, they do that. You get a lovely caramelization, and let's not forget, there's beefy butter in the middle of these melting their way out through the burger. What could possibly go wrong? Okay.
How should I cut this?
What I'd like is, because they're going in burger buns, what we'd like is slices.
Slices?
Yeah, but what I want you to do is cut that little bit off there, like I did with the onions, so it sits like that without rolling over. Can you do that for me?
Somebody like your idea of a great doctor.
It's not my dad though, is it? It's genius. You can also do it with ground dried mushroom powder as well. And that just gives you that real umami hit. Or if you've got bovril, you can put a bit of bovril in there. Right, brilliant. Do you want the big knife? Because it is sharper. Yeah? Or do you want to stick with the smaller one? You want to stick with the smaller one. Okay, so just take a nice slice like that. I think Dad needs to sharpen his knives, doesn't he? Okay? I tell you what, stop. I'm going to show you something. Right, here you go. This is going to help you. You're going to like this, Poppy. Right. I have these knives here. Should we just show? Cut into there, Emily. Yeah. Okay. These knives are genius, and I'll tell you why. You see that red bit there? Every time you take it out of its protective sheath, it sharpens the knife. There's a tiny. Can you see in there, Emily, or not? Is it a bit that way? There's a tiny little edge in there. Poppy. There's a tiny little edge in there. So every time you put your knife in, sharpens it. Every time you pull it out, sharpens it. In, sharpen. Out, sharpen.
I think you get it.
All right. Now try that one. That is a better knife for you. Easier?
Yeah.
There. See, a sharp knife. Everyone says like a sharp knife. Oh, you'd be safer with a sharp knife. I'll tell you why. When it's effortless, like Pops is doing there, she's cutting that without any effort. And that's when it becomes easier, and that's when the confidence grows. So a sharp knife is much better and much safer, because when you cut through, you just glide through. And as long as you're concentrating on what you're doing, you'll be absolutely fine. Brilliant. Well done, Pops. Good job. Right, I'm going to move these burgers over because I feel we need a toasted bun. While you're doing that, Pops. So I have got some brioche buns here, but I am going to show you how to make brioche one day because it's a lovely thing for a burger. Any questions, Emily?
I have one too.
Go on then. I like your questions. Go on.
What would be a really good sauce to go with the burger?
Well, a really good sauce for me, I like. So I'm going to show you how to make a little barbecue sauce. Really easy, but that's probably enough, Poppy. That's enough. Okay. Unless you want to cut that one. Yeah, what I would do is lay it flat,
and cut
put your hand there, and put your fingers there and those up, like that, yeah? And go. So you keep everything up. Okay. Do you remember how we taught Thomas the other day? Everything up. Yeah? That's it. Good. Keep that little finger pointing up. So if you slip, you don't cut anything. Off you go. Watch your fingertip. That's it. Go on. Go on, you're all right. That's it.
Doing it.
No?
It's gone the wrong way.
There. There you go. Perfect.
It's got this little bit in the middle.
Yeah, that's fine. So, sauces. Right, Emily says I've only got 5 minutes. We haven't, we'll keep going. Barbecue sauce. Equal amounts of ketchup, brown sauce, splash of vinegar, splash of soy sauce makes the best, simplest barbecue sauce. I really like either chimichurri on a burger, which is like a really amazing Argentinian salsa with red onion, vinegar, garlic and parsley and olive oil and chili. It's amazing on everything. Or I like salsa verde, which is a green Italian sauce, which is garlic, anchovy, mustard, vinegar, olive oil, and then loads of mint and parsley. It's amazing on meats. Really, really good on meats. Right, get yourself a bowl. You make the barbecue sauce. Yeah, see, she does listen to me. She does. Right, okay. Tomatoes in. I'm just going to mix these round. Yeah, you don't need anything too big. So that is ready for...
Should I do spoons?
Yeah, do a spoon. So, yeah, do that spoon. Equal ketchup. Do it on here so everyone can see. Equal ketchup. Brown sauce.
You love ketchup, don't you?
No, I hate it. It's my worst sauce in the world. Can't bear it. It's too sweet. Ugh. Right, cheese. Now, I hit the cheese cupboard earlier. And I found some old Amsterdam cheese, which is... It's like a Dutch version of cheddar, really. It's lovely. It's kind of somewhere between a Gouda, a Gruyere and a cheddar. It's got real flavour. It's got a black skin on it and it's quite orangey. And I think it's great with burgers. Really, really good cheese.
How much soy sauce?
Equal amount as well. And then half the amount of vinegar. And that should do us for a barbecue sauce. So you've got the sweetness from the ketchup, you've got the tang from the brown sauce, bit of saltiness from the soy, and then a final little hit of vinegar. I'll just pop that in for you, Pop.
Okay.
There you go, you don't want too much. Give that a mix round. I'm just going to get the shortbreads out. There we go, we'll put those to one side. So the shortbreads are done and you can easily make those well in advance. We good? Right, let me get a plate. Right, you're going to make this first burger, yeah?
Okay.
Let's have barbecue sauce on the bottom there. That's it.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
A little bit more?
A little bit more. Let's put our burger on there.
With the cheese.
Lovely. Right, let's get some of that salad.
And the lettuce.
So what's happened is the onions have almost pickled a little bit in the salad dressing. All right. There we go. Yeah, we need a good iceberg salad leaf. Yeah. So this will give a little bit of crunch.
Okay.
Well, not that one.
Why not?
Always take the outside ones off. Sorry, I didn't tell you that. So, really good way with iceberg lettuce. Got that core there. Just do that when it comes out. There you go.
Oh.
Learned that at an iceberg factory when I worked there for 4 hours. Decided it wasn't for me.
Daisy the guinea pig likes it.
Daisy the guinea pig will love it. Right, so let me pop that back on there. So there is our salad. No, that's fine. So have a look at that burger there, and can you cut into that, Emily?
I'm seeing it.
Watch, look at the butter. Oh, that is one cheeky burger. All right. Let me just pop that lid on there. Right, do you want to get the ice cream, Poppy, and we can show them how to make these little...
cheeky burger.
That is one cheeky burger. Has that tickled you two a bit, that?
You know what?
Everyone likes a cheeky burger. Oh,
Where's the ice cream?
in the freezer.
Which one in the freezer?
Try the other one. We got it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I've got an ice cream scoop.
No.
I've got an ice cream scoop.
Have you got an
No, I've got an ice cream scoop. There we go. Right, let's get you some hot water on there. So let's do a scoop. Are we good? Emily's making us hurry up because Emily wants to try this. I know what show tricks. So turn one, I'll do one and then you do the other, yeah? So you take your ice cream, pop it on there, sandwich it together, just give it a little twist, and there you go. There's how to make, you could serve that up with a bowl of melted chocolate and just dip it in, that would be really nice. Kind of, oh, Emily's up for that, yeah. But there you go, that is how to make a cheeky burger stuffed with beefy butter and lovely Dutch cheese melted on the top of there. And then we've got some cracking little shortbread sandwiched together with ice cream. Perfect for the weekend. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy your time with your families, get yourself out, get some fresh air. I know that's what we're doing tomorrow. We're going for a nice walk. And that'll be about it really, because that's all we can do. But we will be back on Monday and I'm going to show you how to make the best carbonara. Thank you very much.